Hello everyone, and I'm going to talk about new Maplibire plugin for drawing, which I recently developed, maplibre-gl-terradraw. And my name is Jin Garash, and I'm recently joined Fracta, this AI company based in USA, and I'm working for this company currently. And I'm also maintaining several open source software for helping water utilities in East Africa, like Kenya and Rwanda. And I'm putting those open source software in this for water organization in GitHub. And actually bringing drawing feature to Maplibire, I think there is a library, mapbox-gl-draw. This is previously used for many applications to bring drawing feature to Maplibire. But this mapbox-gl-draw, it's sometimes difficult to use in Maplibire. Yeah. But recently, that Terra Draw, this drawing library, was developed by James. Yeah, and this Terra Draw library is a cross-platform drawing library, and this has unified interface and can be used for 6 libraries: Leaflet, OpenLayers, Mapbox, MapLibre, Google Maps, and ArcGIS. And so my plugin is using this Terra Draw and specifically developed for Maplibire and easily to bring Terra Draw functionality to your Maplibire application. And about Terra Draw, yeah, there is a nice talk done by this James Milner in the last FOSS4G Europe. So if you want to know more about Terra Draw, you can check his slide in the FOSS4G Mostar. Yeah. And what is maplibre-gl-terradraw? It's a wrapper plugin for Terra Draw to bringing the Terra Draw feature to Maplibire. And there are 3 controls. And the first control is maplibre-terradraw control. This is a purely drawing tool to Maplibire. And the second one is measure control. You can bring measuring feature to Maplibire easily. And the last one is I recently added this control to integrate with Valhalla API. So this provides integration with Valhalla routing and isochrone API. And yeah, there are a lot of drawing modes supported by Terra Draw. This plugin added 4 additional modes to the plugin. Yeah. And the last one is only this plugin support. Yeah. And why I developed this plugin? Because Terra Draw offers a unified API for drawing. It is much easier than Mapbox-gl-draw to bring drawing feature to Maplibire. But if I want to bring proper drawing feature to Maplibire, I need to consider a lot of things, like maybe adding buttons, adding icons, or any other integrations with Maplibire like that. So I wanted to have the drawing feature very easily to add to my Maplibire application. That is my motivation to develop this plugin. And how to use this plugin is not difficult. There is a demo website for this plugin, which I will show in the last of slide. Yeah. In the demo website, you can choose which control we want to use and which mode we want to use. Then the demo website automatically creates the sample source code, example source code, and you can just copy this source code to your Maplbire. You can bring drawing feature to your application. Basically, only 4 lines of code, importing library and CSS, and add control to Maplbire. That's it. Yeah, it's not difficult. Yeah, and the result is like this. Yeah, yeah, you can add drawing control in your Maplbire easily. Yeah. And for the measuring feature, this plugin can measure distance, area, and also elevation, creating elevation. And it is just you can swap the class name from maplibre-gl-terradraw control to measure control. You can add measuring feature to your application. So this one, using point mode, you can create the elevation from terrain RGB or Terrarium dem format. And using lines mode, you can measure distance, and the polygon mode to measure area, like that. And in backend, it's using TurfJS to measure distance and area. But for the elevation, as default, it's using raster dem data from AWS. And creating elevation for the point. Yeah. Yeah, but you can use your own raster dem to creating elevation. And this example is using for Rwanda, and that Rwanda water utility has 10-meter resolution dem, so I converted that dem to raster dem and using it. Yeah, and the last control for the Valhalla is, yeah, this Valhalla is an open source routing engine and using OpenStreetMap data, and this API supports a lot of features: route API, isochron API, matrix API, elevation API, etc. And this plugin supports route API and the isochron API of Valhalla. So for the route API, this plugin uses line mode of Terra Draw. If you draw a line, the plugin requests to Valhalla, and Valhalla returns the optimized route. Yeah. Yeah. And for the isochron API, yeah, using Terra Draw to draw a point, and Valhalla returns contours. So, and the plugin draw the polygon on the map. Yeah. Yeah. And also, it is easily using an original Terra Draw API to customize. Yeah. And this plugin has interface to get the actual Terra Draw instance. So you can get Terra Draw instance and doing any customization through original Terra Draw API. So this is the Terra Draw API documentation. So you can basically use all Terra Draw API through this plugin. And in my website of Terra Draw plugin, there is currently 13 examples how to use the plugin. Yeah. So I want to show some live demo. Yeah. So you can easily know what the plugin can do. Wait. Oh, sorry. This. Oh, what? Oh, yeah. So this is a plugin website, and you can draw a point and a line like that, yeah. And this is a rectangle mode like this, yeah. And you can select mode if you only want maybe marker mode and line string mode and rectangle mode, yeah. Then scroll down. There is an example code automatically created. So you can use this source code to your application. And for the and all options, most of options are in this demo website. So yeah. So this one is open as default, close as default, like that. And this is a measure controller. Yeah. This. So using a point mode, this plugin query elevations. And also marker mode to query elevation, and line mode to measure distance, and also query altitude for each node. Yeah. And the polygon mode to area, like this. And actually there are a lot of modes supported by Terra Draw. This is a freehand polygon mode, and freehand line string mode. This is there are too many nodes. Yeah, but actually it works. Yeah, all elevation is queried. Yeah, yeah. And this is angled rectangle mode, like this. Yeah, and this is a sensor mode, like this. And this is a sector mode, like this. And yeah, you can also edit polygon. Yeah. Yeah. And for the Valhalla control, this demo website, actually my Valhalla API only support only supports the area of Kenya and Uganda and Rwanda. Yeah. So if you use this demo website in other area, it doesn't work. Yeah. But if you zoom to, for example, Rwanda, you can, this plugin can query, optimize the routing. Yeah. And this is isochrone API. If you drop a point, it query isochrone. So this isochrone is here there is a legend. So red one is 3 minutes on foot from the point dropped, and the yellow one is 5 minutes on foot. where I can reach like that. Yeah. Yeah, because why I wanted to bring this Valhalla API using Terra Draw, because yeah, previously I was involved in water project to manage water facilities, and there was some use cases to, for example, I think there is some SDG, Sustainable Development Goals target, maybe from water point to like 30 minutes round trip. Yeah, there is such indicators. Yeah, this isochron API can be useful to identify where there is no water point within 30-meter round trip. Yeah. So, I integrated this Valhalla API and wanted to use my partner of water utilities in Kenya and Rwanda. Yeah. So, and I added several examples how to use the plugin. Yeah. So, for example, this is a query elevation from terrain RGB, and all the example source code is there. So, yeah. So, yeah. Yes. Yeah, this is a demo. Yeah, and go back to slide. Yeah. Yeah, and thank you for your attention. And the plugin GitHub repository is in this URL. This is the QR code for the repository. Yeah. Thank you.
Questions? No questions?
Thanks, Jen. Is it possible to integrate the Valhalla API with your measure API so that you could create a route with elevation along the route?
Yeah, I think that is possible. Yeah, and it will be very useful, I think. Yeah. Yeah.
Questions or more?
So obviously one of the nice things about the Terra Draw library itself is that it supports a bunch of different maps, and you are just supporting Maplibre. Would it be possible to extend what you have done to all of the mapping libraries?
Yeah, this plugin is specifically integrated for Maplibire, so it's not easy to adapt this plugin to other mapping library. But Terra Draw is actually support a lot of mapping library. So it is possible to make another plugin for example, for Leaflet or for OpenLayers, like that. And also it is not difficult to use original Terra Draw for other mapping library.
But the extra draw modes that you implemented, would those work with the other the other maps?
Yeah. Let me show this. Yeah. So what I implemented is like delete selection mode. Yeah, and delete mode and download mode. And delete mode, Terra Draw has API to delete all features. But actually, there is no functionality in Terra Draw for delete only selected feature. But I wanted to have that delete selection mode in the plugin, so I implement it. But it is possible to use Terra Draw to implement this mode in other library. And the download mode is Terra Draw has interface to get all GeoJSON features from store. Yeah, but this download mode is download to actual file. So this is additional feature. Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
Any more questions? Thank you, Jen.
Yeah. Thank you.